Hey everybody, I've got an addendum to yesterday's deep dive into the Sonny Rollins saxophone solo on the Rolling Stones track, Neighbours. My friend Leonard Stevens, who's a great guitar player and producer here in the Northern Virginia area, has got a closer read on this. Now let's listen again to that weird outside line at half tempo. So, Lenny, what'd you think?
Easily one of the weirdest things I've ever had to transcribe.
Okay, now let's take a look at what Lenny came up with.
The whole lick starts over that B chord. And he starts and he bends in the middle there. So it's right between G sharp and A, which is a pretty acceptable note. Okay, and then when it goes to the A, he bends it a little bit more in tune. But it's still slightly flat, but kind of cool and greasy flat. Then, this is where it gets weird. He goes from the D, which really isn't a D, it's a bent blues note. Right? And then he goes to here, to the G, which is pretty close. And then he drops down to this C, but it's pulled. And then it's closer to a B flat, but he's just a hair, like an eighth of a pitch underneath it. So it goes like that. And he goes up to this F, and then A flat, but it's more like that. Then here, E flat's pretty strong. And then when he goes back to this A flat, it's here. And then he does a quick C sharp before that big E string comes in. If you wanted to play it without all the bends, it would be closer to it. Like that, okay?
So on close inspection, Lenny is definitely closer to the mark. He suspects that Sonny Rollins was experimenting with microtonality, which are, loosely speaking, notes between the notes, or the 12 notes of Western music. But it's also possible, Lenny says, that there was recreation involved.
But he's playing with the notes there. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or if it's kind of sketchy what he's playing, or if he was just like really geeked out and stoned on that session. Who knows?
And lest we forget, this is a song called Neighbours.
Because neighbors make noise, and that's the whole purpose of that. It's supposed to be kind of a cacophonous sound that, if you live next to noisy neighbors.
In conclusion, as we close up this rabbit hole for good, it's useful to remember that even when Sonny Rollins is playing it, it's still only rock and roll. Thanks for watching.